Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Dragon Quest Builders. It's just the demo. I'm actually not entirely sure when the game is coming out fully, but they've got the demo available right now, so I figured, hey, let's give it a shot. Chapter 1, Cantlin, a land of plains and plateaus in southern Alefgard, which was once home to a formidably fortified city. Yeah, all I know about this game is this is kind of like a sandbox RPG, somewhere between Minecraft and, well, Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior? It's the same name, it's just the localization gets weird. So thou art come before me at last. I am the Dragonlord, master of masters, king of kings. Long have I awaited this moment. Come, take thy rightful place at my side. Do so, and I will grant unto thee dominion over half this world. Thou wishest not for half the world? Wilt thou not reconsider? 'Tis an offer few would refuse. Look at that smug face. Oh, this game actually has good combat or something. Bildrick, at long last I have found you. A single foolish choice has plunged this hollowed land into darkness. Beneath benighted skies, my children crawl as insects on the earth, powerlessly awaiting their own destruction. Only by the power contained within you may this ruined world be rebuilt. Arise, my child. Your destiny awaits. I'm a gnome! Or child gnome. Bildrick, my child, you have finally awoken. Do you remember who you are? Do you remember what you are? I see. So you have no recollection of before. No matter. Indeed, perhaps it is for the best. After so long a slumber, no doubt your body will still be weak. Arise, my child, and see that you can move freely. Okay, let's get moving. Use the left stick to move around, circle to jump, have a run around and stretch your legs. Can I change the... Oh, I can change the camera angle? Okay, thank goodness. All seems to be well. You can fulfill your role. Bildrick, my child, I have awoken you, that you might perform a vital task. A task upon which the fate of this very world may... What? I do not doubt that you feel a little poorly, but is not the fate of the world more important than... Oh, my poor child, it is true. You are nearly at death's door. It seems your lengthy slumber has robbed you of your strength. Here, my child, take these white petals. You can use them to restore your vitality. Interesting. Restore camera? Let's see. Good. Bildrick, you have been blessed with this special power, the power to combine raw materials to build items anew. You can work at this tree stump. Use the white petals you gathered to prepare some healing cream. Let's get building. You can use the materials you collect to build new items. Try using the nearby crafting station to craft some healing cream. Build healing cream. Healing cream. Alright. Wonderful. You've made your first creation. Bildrick, my child, you have a power shared by none other in this world. The power to build things from raw materials. Anybody can do that. Just not as fast, I guess. Now, use the healing cream you created to tend to your wounds. Press square to use tools and items. Healing items. You can use an item by selecting it with D-pad and then pressing square. Try the healing cream you made to restore your HP. Okay. Do you feel better now? I see the colors return to your cheeks. You created that healing cream with your own two hands. However, the men and women who inhabit this world have lost that power of creation. Bildrick, my child, a sacred duty rests upon your young shoulders. You must... Yes, I quite understand that you wish to leave this place, but first you must learn of your... very well. I will show you how to build a path out of this crypt. First, take this broken branch. Well done, Bildrick. Within that humble, broken branch sleeps a cypress stick, the simplest of weapons. Approach the tree stump as before and use it to craft the cypress stick. Okay. Congratulations, my child. You have created your first weapon. Mankind once made tools and used them to build a thriving civilization. And as all great civilizations go, so too they built weapons. But now, only you have the power to build such things. Then what do the normal people do? Sit there and, like, kind of scavenge for berries that they can shove into their faces? Bildrick, my child, you have been entrusted with the divine mission to... I can well imagine you are eager to see the world outside, but would you not rather learn of... very well. To build a path out of here, first you must equip the weapon you have made. Press X to open up the main menu, and then place the cypress stick in your hand. Okay, weapons of armor are no use to you unless they're equipped. Press X to open the main menu, select equipment, and equip the items in your equipment bag. Equip. Well done. Weapons are not only useful for fighting monsters, they can also serve to gather materials. The power to break objects apart and reduce them to raw materials is yours and yours alone. Ever since this world was plunged into darkness and mankind lost this power, they have awaited for the coming of one with the ability to create. Bildrick, my child, the dreams and hopes of very fates of people in this world rest on your shoulders, and if this land is to ever see light again, you must fulfill your sacred duty and... Bildrick, you're not asleep, are you? Perhaps it's best we continue this conversation outside. To build a path out of here, first you must break apart and collect the nearby earth. Gathering materials, press triangle to break things apart and turn them into materials. You can pick up, smash the earth around, collect an... Okay. Oh, right. Earth. It's weird that it's triangle. You'd expect X would be jump, maybe? I don't know. Well done, Bildrick. That should be enough. Press square to place the blocks of earth on the ground in front of you. I've marked the location red. Place a block of earth there to create a stairway and escape the tomb. Okay. Seems simple enough. The controls are a little awkward. I actually hope they do a PC release for this game, but I'm not entirely sure if they are going to. I hope they do. This seems like the kind of thing that would fit a lot better on a PC platform. And I know, like, Minecraft and stuff does okay on consoles, but still, PC is where these things belong. It's gonna be awkward controlling otherwise. Oh well, one way or another. Well done, Bildrick. You have found your way back to the outside world. When your eyes adjust to the brightness, you will see the world of Alefgard before you. Light was lost in this land long ago, and our darkness reigns eternal. The people who inhabit this somber realm once had the power to create. Until it was wrenched from them. Without it, their culture crumbled to dust. Bildrick, my child, you have been entrusted with a momentous mission. Only by the power you hold, the power to create, can this world be rebuilt, and the people of Alefgard rise once more. I beg your pardon? What do you mean you don't get it? Forgive me, my child. After having only just awoken from a long slumber, this must all come as quite a shock. Let us adopt a more simple approach. Use the power of creation that dwells within you and rebuild this world however you see fit. No doubt you will fulfill your duty in the course of doing so. So too will you come to learn of the tragedy that befell this world, and the role you are to play in its salvation. I am Rubus, the spirit of the land. Go forth, my child, and know that I do watch over you always. Oh, and Bildrick, there's one last thing you must know. You are not a hero. If nothing else, remember this. Oh man, these are super familiar. So, I've played some of the Dragon Warrior games. Or Dragon Quest games. I think... Is it Dragon? Fuck. I don't know. You know, we can check this real fast. Which is it? Okay, it's Dragon Quest. Okay. The land you see before you was once known as Cantland. Long ago, a bustling city thrived here, ringed all around with stout fortifications. But all that was destroyed in the relentless attacks by the monsters. Scarcely a trace remains of its former greatness. Bildrick, my child, you must use the power within you to rebuild the city of Cantland to its former glory. This will be the first step on your journey to make Alefgard rise once more. To this end, I bestow unto you a gift. We have a flag thing. Take this banner of hope in hand and seek the source of the light you see before you. Even as the darkness closed in around them, the men and women of Cantland flew this flag to the bitter end. Plant the banner in the land once more, that its bountiful light may serve as a symbol of Cantland's restoration. Now go, make haste for the Pillar of Light. Okay, so we got the banner of hope to pull from. So, for those of you that are listening to me wonder why I'm, wondering why I'm switching between Dragon Quest and Dragon Warrior, I played the shit out of Dragon Warrior Monsters, which is also Dragon Quest Monsters. They just called it something different for unknown reasons. Wait, how do I attack again? Oh, it's triangle to attack. There we go. The controls are a little weird. I'm not entirely sure how useful combat is. I was actually hoping there would be an RPG leveling system attached to this too. There aren't a whole lot of sandbox games with that sort of thing involved, and oops. Oh, interesting. I can bash the plum berries and then eat them. Can't go after the tree though for some reason. Okay, well I'm just gonna keep bashing slimes and looking around for a bit. I'm interested in seeing what I can do here. But yeah, so I played a ton of Dragon Warrior Monsters, and a little bit of the Dragon Quest games, but I've never beaten any of them, because, I don't know, they didn't catch my attention nearly as well as Dragon Warrior Monsters did. But ever since, I've always had trouble differentiating between the two series, at least in name, just because I mean, it's the same company, it's the same style of game, it's the same monsters, it's just slightly different. Oh well. A warm and soothing light spreads all around. People near and far will be attracted by the banner's beckoning light. Look, my child, there's one already. I feel like I'm playing Fallout Neverleaf Sanctuary already. Planting your flag. When you plant your banner of hope, the area around it will become your base. The more your base develops, the more the meter at the top in the left corner will fill up. Okay, so we have nothing. Hey, I can also save here. Good to know. Well, it's charming. I'm glad that Dragon Quest is starting to differentiate. I still hope that they stick around and do a lot of RPG stuff, but this actually seems kind of charming. Reminds me a lot of Cube World, actually, for better or worse. What's this funny flag doing here? There's something special about this place. It's so bright and inviting. My name's Pippa. What's yours? Resident requests. If a resident of your town has an exclamation mark over their head, it means they have something they want to ask you. Talk to them and see what they want. What's that? You're the one who planted that flag there. Who are you? Where did you come from? You don't remember. The goddess told you to come here. So you've got amnesia and you're hearing voices. That's not suspicious in the slightest. Oh, but this place is just so lovely. Can I live here? Bildrick, my child, even with the power that dwells within you, you cannot rebuild Cantlin alone. Your first step in rebuilding the city it must be to house those who join you in living here. Little remains of this dilapidated house, save for the door. Repair it by filling the holes in the walls with earth. You can place blocks above you by holding L1 and below you by holding R1. Hold down square and you'll place one block on top of another. Hold it down while moving to place many blocks in succession. Take this knowledge and these blocks of earth and make this ruined house livable once more. I mean, it's still going to be a shithole, but alright. Okay, L1 to build up. Okay. Pretty basic system. I mean, I can already tell this is very obviously aimed at kids, which is actually pretty okay in my opinion. Like you still don't have a roof. Wow, that's incredible. The walls were all full of holes, but now they're good as new. Huh? You fixed it with dirt. I thought you were just a weird boy with voices in his head. But you completely fixed that broken old house. You must have some kind of special power. Here, take these. I found them on my way here. You can have them for fixing the house for me. And we get some white petals. I wonder if my inventory fills up. Probably does. Maybe not. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I'm gonna... Oh, yep, I can aim up and down. Oops. I got my first signpost. I probably should have read that before destroying it, but too late now. Alright, what's she want now? You must have some kind of special power to be able to fix up that old house like that. How'd you do it? What? You got the power to build new things? What does build mean? My god, they're all idiots. What do they do? Hide in the woods and just breed? Bildrick, my child, do you remember what I told you? Long ago, the people of this land lost the power of creation. It is your duty to help them regain this power. Anyway, I really appreciate you fixing the house like this, but it's not much use without some kind of light inside. Can't see any torches lying around here. Beside your banner of hope, you'll find a mason's workstation. You can use it to build a torch. Take these materials, use them to construct a torch, and reveal to this girl the fruits of your labors. So we got some blue goo. I got plenty of those. Not so much broken branches, though. Not entirely sure how to get those yet. I think I might need an axe. Okay, build... torch. Looks like it nets me a good 5. Okay, what else can I make here? Ragged rags. What's this require? Coarse cloth. Probably not that interested in cream. Okay, can I... Nope. Oh. So she can jump like a crazy person. I can't. Okay, hey, where'd you find that torch? You didn't find it? You built it? Ah, so that's what building means. You picked up stuff from the ground here and somehow changed it into a torch, right? Thanks, I think I understand. Sort of. Hey, do you think you might be able to build anything with this? If you need any more, I'll see if I can find some. And we get another broken branch. Balls. I thought we were done. Well, luckily she's come off the walls anyway. Okay, I just realized something. You never told me your name. Bildrick. What kind of name is that? It doesn't sound like you have any special powers at all. But you can't just judge someone by their name, right? Anyway, Bildrick. You've still got those torches you made, right? Well, we should put those in the house. A room is complete if it has two walls 2 blocks high, a door, and some source of light to stave off the darkness when the sun has set. Press square to place your creations where you wish. Go, my child, place the torch inside the house. What about a roof? Do these people not care about rain or anything? I guess not. Alright, do we want to put it there? Yeah, it's not enough space. What do you mean, not enough space? Do I have to... Oh. Yep. And I built it. The empty room is destroyed. No. Torch. There we go. I was just trying to get rid of the grasses and stuff because it's ugly and gross looking. And there we go. Okay, 1, 2, and perfect. Huh. Apparently if you press start, you get this, like, weird overmap thing. Looks like it only goes for a little while. Anyway. Now we can talk to her. Brilliant! Now that it's all lit up, the room's perfect. You're amazing, Bildrick. You really do have special powers. It's hard to believe that someone who looks so dopey could be so talented, but you can't just judge someone by their appearance, right? Anyway, thanks, Bildrick. Now we have somewhere to live. Quest complete. Seed of Life. Let's see, what makes a room a room? For a room to be recognized, it must have walls at least 2 blocks high, a door, and a light source. If it doesn't have that, it's no room at all. I feel like I'm playing Terraria. Hey, Bildrick, thanks to you, we have a lovely room. But don't you think it would be so much better if we had something to sleep on at night? I know, maybe you could build something. Bildrick, my child, you must gather the materials. Should you place a bed in the room, you can sleep on that at any time, night or day, to restore your health. It'd be great if you could make 2 things to sleep on. If we had 2 beds, we could sleep next to each other. This time, Bildrick, I shall leave it to you to gather these materials. I need you to build the straw mattresses young Pippa requests. A straw mattress can be constructed from grassy leaves. To build one, you must first... Bildrick, are you alright? Eureka! Bildrick works out how to make straw mattresses. Functional. Basic bedding made from dried leaves woven together can be slept on. Score 30 points. Okay. Can I, like, be out of the... I wish there was, like, an option really early on that it's just like, I can figure this out on my own. Okay, it doesn't... Okay, looks like I gotta get some more grass here. Oh, that's fine. Let's see. So... Shell is standing next to me. Shell is my fiancée, and she's just waving her hands at the game because she wants to speak about it. You should be closer to the mic if you're going to be insisting to say these things.
How can that lady explain how to make a mattress to you if she can't conceive of how to make one on her own?
That's the goddess talking about it. She just wants something to sleep on. Yeah, there's like a goddess that's speaking to us.
Then how can she even think of something that she can sleep on if she's incapable of building anything?
I mean, she probably stole somebody else's bed.
This doesn't make sense.
It's a kid's game. Oh, right. Forgot to make the other bed. Let's see. Yeah, this game doesn't make any sense, but that's okay. I'm gonna get rid of this wall because it offends my eyes. I don't know, at some point I'll probably fill it in. I feel weird for making dirt hovels. Like, it feels wrong to me. Like, super wrong. Okay, so we've got mattresses. Are they 1 block or 2? Ah, they're 2. How do you rotate stuff? They didn't really explain that. Well, whatever. There we go. We've built his first basic bedroom. Okay, basic bedroom. Sleeping quarters for 2, made from the most modest of materials. Increases residents' maximum HP by 10%. That's interesting. Wow, you built something to sleep on. Thank you, Bildrick. Whether it is night or day, you can sleep on any bed that is within a room to recover your health. As the sun sets, the darkness will close in around you, and more powerful monsters will emerge in force. When night falls, you do well to return to your base, rest your head upon a pillow, and sleep until morning. Bildrick, my child, you discovered the means to build straw mattresses all by yourself. In addition to the power to create that I bestowed upon you, it seems you also bear the special skills to discern what can be made from the materials you find. This is a wondrous power to have. It shall no doubt prove invaluable to you in your quest to rebuild this city. Bildrick, hello, Bildrick! Was the goddess speaking to you? You were starting to stare off into space with your mouth open again. You've got to pay more attention to what's going on around you, Bildrick. If you keep spacing out like that, you'll never get anything done. Bildrick begins to feel time passing by. Quest complete. More branches. Okay, time flies. Whether you're collecting materials or building rooms, time is always on the move. Eventually, night will fall, and another day will dawn. You can check what time it is on the clock in the top right corner of the screen. Bildrick, can I ask you something? With all this wandering around and collecting stuff, aren't you getting a bit hungry? Huh? No, it's not just me. That's not my tummy rumbling. You must be hearing things again. But anyway, look. There's a lot of plumberry trees around here. Plumberries are kind of small, and they don't really fill you up, but they're really sweet and juicy. Can you go and get some plumberries for me, Bildrick, please? We need to eat at least 5 for a decent meal. A plumberry is a small pink fruit that never falls far from the tree. Perhaps you should take a look and see if there are any nearby. Well, I got 3 already. Guess I should have been more particular and gotten everything. We're gonna go murder this bat! Actually, it's a Draki. Smacking. Ow! Oh, I now know how to make a grass seed. Okay, we don't want to knock that off. Nope. Looks like I actually have to find the plumberry trees. Is there a way to sprint? What other buttons do I have? We've got up, down. There's a weird noise. Okay, there's a plumberry tree. I don't know what specifically makes a plumberry tree over a non-plumberry tree, but I guess whatever. I guess we might as well gather a couple extras while we're out here. Trying to figure out. Oh, I see. It's almost morning. Wow! You found so many plumberries. Can I have them? Yes. Hooray! Thanks, Bildrick. To tell the truth, I'm actually really, really hungry. Here, these are for you. More branches? It's your share. I mean, you must be starving too, right? They're really tasty. You should try them. Bildrick's tummy starts to rumble. Quest complete. Plumberries. As time passes, you'll become hungrier and hungrier. You can see how full you are by checking the hunger meter to the top left corner of the screen, and fill yourself up again by eating food. You know, Bildrick, I've been thinking. You run around smashing up all the trees and grass and stuff, and use the materials you find to build new things, right? It'd be pretty useful to have somewhere to store all that stuff, don't you think? After all, you're gonna have to collect a lot of different materials pretty soon. Why? Well, it's a secret, hehe. But you should still make something to put your stuff in. Your friend is wise indeed. Having a place to store and manage resources together would serve you well. Can you conceive of an item to serve such a role? Okay, so, chest. Branches bundled together to form a stout strongbox can be used to store items, score 50 points. Let's see what I need to make that. I'm playing my very first Minecraft. Sort of. With slight RPG elements and very, very long tutorials. Wow, you made a chest. You can put all that stuff you collected in there and go collect even more stuff. You know, Bildrick, there's something I've always wondered. What exactly happened to this world? They say the light was stolen from us by... Shoot. Something. Okay, ever since, it's been all anyone could do to just survive. Nobody cares about anyone but themselves, and they never help anyone else out. Anyway, I think it's super boring to live like that. Don't you think it'd be fun to rebuild the city and everyone could live together? I feel like if you're around, anything can happen. We should do everything we can to make this town a great place to live. But we'll need loads and loads of materials to do that. That's why I asked you to make a chest. Alright, so it's agreed. We're going to build the largest, biggest, bestest city in the whole wide world. I'll have to think about what we need to build, and you'll build it. You are going to help me, aren't you, Bildrick? Aren't you? Quest complete. More broken branches. Okay, it's going to be a lot of work just to turn this place into a huge city, isn't it? Is there anything else I can do to help? Like, maybe I could build something. That'd be pretty helpful, wouldn't it? But if I'm going to build things, I'm going to need a room to work in. Just like the one in this picture. Bildrick, can you build me a room like the one I've drawn? Please? Pretty please? It seemed that your example has awoken within young Pippa the will to build. Blueprints, such as the one she has gifted to you, may be laid on the ground by pressing square, and press whatever that big middle button is to view the plan in more detail. To complete a blueprint, ensure that you place all the necessary items exactly as shown. Be sure to build rooms within the bounds of your base, lest inhabitants of your town fail to recognize them. For the workbench, you could use the mason's workstation near the flag. You'll probably have to bash it about a bit before you can move it. Oh, and the room will need a door to get in and out, and a torch or something to light it up. But you can make things like that from raw materials, right? Okay, we get Pippa's picture. Let's see, we now know how to make a straw door. Okay, so let's take a look at this blueprint. It's pretty simple. Here. Oh, that's how I build things up and down. Is there really no way to rotate blocks? Okay. Well, what we're gonna do, seeing as this place kind of sucks, is we're gonna fill in this hole here. Might take me a bit to get the dirt to do so, but having this like ginormous hole in the middle of my town, not exactly what I want to do. Oh hey, this is where we get branches, of course. Guess we might as well pick them up. Yeah, I think my only gripe so far for this game is that the main character doesn't have like a classic Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest leveling system. I don't know. I want to play a sandbox game like this, but with like a substantive leveling system. And I know like Korea has that, and Starbound kind of has similar stuff-ish. Just based on like how the armor scales and stuff. And I'm sure that's how it works in this game. But like I guess it's one of those where I'd love to play like a Minecraft-y thing where I, like, after a while, fight a bunch of monsters. Well, you know, I'm fighting a bunch of monsters and my character's leveling up. And maybe I learn magic or something. I guess there are a couple of games like that. Isn't, like, Creativerse and, maybe even Portal Knights like that? There's also, like, something about Sky Islands. Okay, beware of heights. If you fall a long way, you'll hurt yourself when you hit the ground. When you're not coming down a mountain, take care not to fall too far. Wow, that was not a very long drop either. Well, maybe the leveling system is actually based on, the leveling system is based on upgrading my town. And, because it said earlier that my residents get... Huh, so I can't have floating things. I just have to do it right. Okay. Let's see. But maybe, you know, I get extra stats by upgrading the town along the way. Or... That'd be nice, actually. Actually, can I check? Status. Okay, so we kinda do, we kinda don't. It's entirely based off of our gear system, which actually makes a fair amount of sense. I just think it would be really fun to just be like, see ya, run off into the wilderness and go fight things for a while. Just as a, like, you know, side thing? I don't know. It's weird. I'm actually really liking this so far, apart from the fact that the tutorial is cumbersome and hand-holdy as all get out. But I mean, it's actually it's charming, and it functions pretty dang well. Okay, let's see. Okay, I wish there was like an overworld system or something. Can I build that there? Not enough space. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Can I... Okay, I can't get rid of these rocks. That's good. I'm just gonna slowly clean up around here a little bit. I'm not entirely sure if it... Like, it might not even allow me to use pre-built blocks as part of it. Or maybe those rocks were just in the way. I'm not entirely sure. Well, now's a good time to find out if I can. So we want to go 2 over here, and then like this. Yeah, not enough space. Okay, so because these blocks are here, I can't do anything about it. Oh, that's kind of obnoxious. I guess I'll just line the back wall up. And we'll go from there. Okay. I was hoping I could use I was hoping I could use pre-built like segments, so my like buildings could share a common wall or something. But it looks like that's not the case. Also, I'm going to need a lot more dirt blocks than this. So I guess let's go back over here. I don't know if there's like a reason why I shouldn't just like dig into the ground or whatever. Yeah, let's just build a quarry in this hillside. Okay, when night falls, after the sun goes down, you won't be able to see as far ahead, and all sorts of ghosts and ghoulies will come out on the prowl. Find a room with a bed and sleep until morning. I'm so glad that I do like a sweeping strike here. That's a nice feature. I don't know. I've played enough of these sandboxy buildy games that it's always kind of a frustration when it's one block at a time forever. Let's see. Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, nothing lasts forever. Weapons and armor can only take so much punishment before they break. Make sure to build some spares in case of emergency. Yeah, at some point. Okay. Let's rebuild this. The one problem is if I do want to dig down in and like make a basic quarry. One, apparently I can destroy blocks below my feet, which is worrying. How do I zoom in? I have no idea, actually. Huh. I hope they add some kind of, like, first-person view to this. Okay, here we go. If I get the camera in the way, it's not so bad. There we go. Can I get out of here? Yeah, I can. Okay, so I guess I can just push the camera inside the cave. Let's go back home for the time being. I should probably light the area up a bit more. I'm also curious. View blueprint. So we need earth, bonfire, mason's workstation, straw door, chest. Okay. Well, I'll work on this for the time being. There's no sense going to sleep yet when we have work to do. Unless a monster decides to come and hang out with me. Yet, gotta admit, not exactly happy about the movement and the placement here. It's entirely based on the left stick, and it's hard to specifically place blocks down. And I guess this is what happens when you've got a isometric crafting game. It's not terrible. It's just it's awkward, and I hope maybe they work on usability a little bit here. Okay, so we've got the masonry section. We need a bonfire and a chest. Well, I should have enough for a couple of those things. Okay, so bonfire, 2 sticks, some blue goo. We've got that in spades. Torch. Which I guess I already had several of. And chest. I think we still need some more straw to make the door, though. We need one branch and a couple of grassy leaves. Well, those are all largely available. Okay, so let's see. Bonfire. Ah. Bonfire goes here. Oh, I forgot. I never actually put down the chest I had earlier. Well, I'll just keep that with me for the time being. Did we actually need a torch? No, we didn't. Okay. Well, I'm not too worried about ghoulies coming out yet. I haven't seen any. In fact, almost feels like there's less enemies around than there were during the daytime. Feel like I'm Monk. Just doing... Ah, I see. That's where we get the grass from. There's taller grass that drops this occasionally. It'd actually be kind of neat if, what is it? The new Zelda game had some level of, like, building systems like this. I know it's got, like, weapon crafting, but I think at the same time I'd rather have a game that's more focused on, exploration than sandboxy. I don't know, sandbox games are weird. There's a lot of them, and most of them are bad. This one seems to have at least some level of polish, which I am definitely appreciative of. Like, they put a lot of thought into it. There's obviously issues with it, but they're small, and they're mainly because I'm older than 10, or younger than that. Okay, my stick finally fell apart. Let's see. I do hope that there's an easier way of sorting my inventory eventually. Like, without being able to sort my crafting menu, this could get real cumbersome real fast. Or it means that there's actually very few things to craft in-game. Which is also entirely possible. I don't know. Interesting questions. Okay, do I have anything else here? I'm just gonna grab whatever raw materials I can get my hands on. Hopefully soon we get to deal with stone and stuff. Oh, Oaken Club. New thing. Let's see. So what did we need? Straw door. I think we could already make that, but whatever. Grab that. Gonna clean up the rocks. I'll probably dig out the bottom area of this. Nah, we'll probably fill it in. Okay, well, let's get this... Let's get this built. We've built an empty room. And we've built a workshop of sorts. Okay, we've completed Pippa's picture. And we've built our first stonemason's workshop. Room built for building that puts everyone in a Masonic mood. Residents will build furniture and materials and put them in the chest. Ooh, I like that. One of the things I do like about this is, unlike most other games, it looks like this game kind of, you know, most other sandbox games. It seems like this game has a very, actually it thinks about, like, using, you know, villagers and kind of basing the game around it. Minecraft, the villagers are glorified traders and just kind of a joke. And, like, in Terraria, I guess they're merchants and stuff. But this comes closer to what I do in, you know, my Fallout challenges, where where my settlers can actually gather materials for me and, you know, give me useful things. And I actually really like that. The idea of making kind of like a hybrid sandbox game slash, like, not exactly like Banished, for example, but like a colony manager is actually pretty cool. Hooray! You built the workroom I asked for. Thanks, Bildrick. It's just like the one in the picture. Oft will the inhabitants of your town seek out to assist your efforts by presenting you with blueprints. Should you lack the sufficient resources to complete a blueprint or other construction, search for them in the nearby wilderness. Some materials can only be obtained by defeating the monsters that maraud the wilds, thus freeing them from their grasp. I'm going to use my new workroom to build all sorts of stuff. I'll put it in the chest at the end of the day, so you can take a look at the amazing things I made. And we get some coarse cloth. Yes! We needed that for not being weird and hobo-y anymore. Thanks again for the workroom, Bildrick. Now we can make everything we need to rebuild the city. But it's not going to be much of a city with just the two of us living here. The truth is, when I was on my way here, I saw a suspicious-looking man lurking around nearby. He looked a bit like a weirdo, so I waited until he went away and ran straight here. But maybe if we asked him to come and live with us, he might lend a hand in rebuilding the city. He was on the other side of the mountains the last time I saw him. Go and find him, Bildrick, and get him to join us. Make good use of your compass, my child. It'll be of great use to you in finding what you seek. Press options to take stock of your surroundings and search for the fellow of whom young Pippa spoke. Okay, follow your compass. The compass in the top right corner of the screen shows which way you're going and which way you need to go. Quest destinations are marked with a capital Q. Okay, for starters, I'm going to place this chest here probably. And we're just going to drop off Pippa's picture. Let's tidy up. Oh, hey, useful. I wish there was like a quick stack button, but I guess not. Oh. Okay, let's grab those. What's this? Seed of Life. Oh, increases maximum HP by 5. So maybe that's part of the RPG stuff. We get random junk. I'll keep that with us. We've got Milk Blossom, Buds, and Grass. I think the rest of these are mostly crafting related. I'll grab the sign back out. Okay, so for starters, we'll do that. I'm going to put a sign. Let's see. Ah, boy. Close enough. That'll give me some points. I could probably break it if I need to. This place is probably going to take a while to build out. Anyway, yeah, so we got the Seed of Life, which will increase my max HP by 5. That's really cool. I actually really like that. We're not terribly hungry. And, right. Let's go in here. Plant some grass. That works. Alright, leaving now. Yeah, eventually I'll probably want to replace all of these buildings with, like, wooden ones or something. But for the time being, if this is what we got, this is what we got. So this is actually a really good stopping point, in my opinion. Before we go off and do other things. I'm actually really impressed. It's very charming. It's very kind of like my first sandbox game. But that's not necessarily that bad. It's enjoyable. It's simple. Looks really nice. And I'm kind of looking forward to playing more. Hopefully I can put roofs on these buildings eventually. It's really weird that I can't. Like, really weird. But yeah, one way or another, I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode of Dragon Quest Builders. It's actually pretty good. I was on the wall when I saw the trailers, but I think I'm going to pre-order this and play it as soon as it comes out. And, of course, I'm going to keep playing this demo. So, I guess with that, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And, if you want to see more, let me know. Both in the comments below and whatever. And also hit subscribe, because, yeah, like I said, I'm going to keep playing until I run out of demo to play. And then, if we're lucky, we can actually take this into the main game. Whenever that comes out. It's probably going to be in like a month or two. It might actually be in like a week. I really don't know. I don't pay attention to the release dates that well. But yeah, so I guess with that, see you guys next time. And as always, thanks for watching.